Hello, everybody. This is Gary K, and you are watching my Daily Rants and Raves today. We have a special Daily Rants and Raves day because we are heading towards CEDIA next month, and we're going to do a set of video casts with some of the big people that you need to make sure that you see at next month's show at CEDIA. And first one we're going to start with is KanexPro, and I'm joined by Cash Katia, who is the Director of Product Marketing for KanexPro. How you doing, Cash?
I'm doing awesome. How are you, Gary?
I'm doing well. First of all, tell us a little bit about what KanexPro does and sort of what your differentiator is in the signal routing department with the high-end residential market.
Sure. KanexPro is known for an AV connectivity leader in the AV and the IT market, and we manufacture audio-video distribution products, anything to do with signal processing, signal distribution, and these products are closely targeted for like home theater market, and we also have some space in the Pro AV.
Right. So today we're going to talk about the high-end home market, and obviously the home market is transitioning from years of digital 1080p to now something new, which is 4K, which is a lot more complicated to manage than 1080p because not only is it 4 times the resolution, but we have a bunch of other stuff hanging on the signal there that's important to maintain, and you're going to do a launch at CEDIA, so talk about that.
Correct.
So go ahead and talk about your
Sure.
product and what you're going to do and how it's different.
Yeah, so what we're launching this year at CEDIA is a brand new flexible modular matrix. As you can see here, it's a touch panel, it's a touch screen modular matrix. It comes in two switching configurations. We have a 12 input or output or a 16 input or output. And what this means is here's your plane. What you're seeing on the screen there is basically running a couple of, let's say, like a game console, like a PS4 or Xbox One playing there. I have another screen on the side which is playing, anything coming out from a media player, like an Apple TV or something. So it's designed for premium home theaters who are requiring to, add additional multiple sources to an HDMI switcher and at the same time get the best 4K video resolution out of it, meaning up to 4K 60, supporting the high bit rate, the HDR support, 444, all these things, all these keywords out there that I'm mentioning, which are kind of now embracing 4K as we speak. So this matrix is capable of that. And what's really cool about this matrix that differentiates a lot of our competition is the cards. As you can see this is a flexible modular card designed for this matrix. That means an integrator or a technologist would add this based on the system requirements on how many inputs or outputs they want, and they leave and they're done with it. As long as they plug this in card, it's fully configured, there's no setup required, it's plug and play, and you could choose to go with an HDMI, HD-Base-T, DVI, or even VGA if you have like a home theater PC that you're going to plug in. So all these sources are available in the card format.
And so let me stop you there and ask you. So is your matrix backplane able to handle higher chroma sampling rates than HDMI will give you? Because currently my understanding is HDMI will do 4K 60 hertz, but it's only 420. So does your switcher support 444? And if so, how is it doing that with a different connector?
Yes, with the different connector, we offer this in a variety of cards. We have the 1080p card, which is available at 1080p 60 for those home theater users only using, their legacy equipment or even 1080p TVs. Sorry to say that 1080p is not legacy yet, but 4K is kind of transitioning it. So we have another card that they can use, which says 4K, as you can see here.
Raise it up just a little bit, yeah.
Right? So this 4K card has full HDMI 2.0 bandwidth, so it supports 4K 60 hertz. It conforms to HDMI specs, so you'll be able to get the deep color and the cinematic experience that you need on that true 4K TV. So these cards are capable of doing it.
Right, but for 444, you need you can't do that with HDMI. It's currently not an HDMI spec. So will you have a card when will you have a different card when that becomes available, or is it a card that has a display port or what?
That is already under development. When that becomes available, you don't have to throw away any matrix switcher. This basically will accompany this. It will work with it. and all you have to do is just switch. So it's fully upgradable, fully modular in design that lets you interchange the cards based on your home theater, experience or your requirements.
Okay, so then I have another question. I'm obviously a tech geek here, so I want to ask. So historically, I've heard that modular switchers have problems handling the bandwidth. Is that no longer the case anymore because they've been able to improve the connectivity to the backplane such that you're able to handle really high bandwidth? Because I know this was an issue years ago, but I don't know if that's changed or if it's a different issue now.
That is correct, yes. The 12-input modular matrix switcher has a bandwidth of only handling up to 10.2 gigabits per second, which is basically the HDMI 1080p.
Right.
The Flex 16 that you're looking at, this will accompany HDMI 2.0, which will go up to 18 gigabits of bandwidth. So in the future, in order to future-proof that, if you're installing a 4K system in your house or, you're doing custom design, this will be ideal for that because it will support that 4K and the 444 subsampling rate needed.
And how do you control it? Do you have your own control system, or are you relying on other people's control systems?
Great question. You can control through first the front panel if this is available to you. Most of these systems basically are stored in remotely in a rack area or something like that. So we offer a very friendly based GUI, that you can hop in from your iPad or your touch panel that you want to use that, and you can control that. We provide you with a GUI. It's really user friendly GUI with icons that you can switch all your inputs, outputs. You can also control the resolution with that. Or it also has RS-232 and TCP/IP control. That means if you were installing a third-party control system, any out there in the market, this will be fully compatible with it. All you need is just the drivers and you program it.
And your cards, you said you have an HDBaseT card. Is that an input and an output HDBaseT card, or do you have a choice?
Yes. We offer HDBaseT input cards and output cards. Same thing with HDMI and VGA, DVI. There's and then there's SDI also for broadcast for those kind of markets.
And what is the model number? Like, how do we know the product? Like, what is already on your website? How do we find it?
Very simple, very easy to know. If you're at CEDIA, we're also going to be doing some ads and marketing on this. But the model number for these are two. It's Flex MMX12 and Flex MMX16. Flexible MMX stands for modular matrix, and 12 input or output.
Okay, and that's KanexPro.com, correct?
Correct.
Yep, KanexPro.com. Cash, you've been at CEDIA before, obviously, right? I mean, you've been to the show. Yeah. So are you? What do you think of the? What's your sort of expectation at CEDIA this year? Because the home theater market or the high-end home market has gone through some fluctuations over the last few years because of consumer products being integrated or even invading, depending on how you look at it, the commercial market. And of course, there's been a lot of talk about the viability and there's been some concern about that market because the consumer products have moved closer towards the high end. But obviously, you must be bullish on it because you're focused on the development of that product.
Correct. We have high expectations for the CEDIA market and the end users because everybody's improving now to better standards, better technology, especially when it comes to standards as you mentioned, like 4K, the 444. And in terms of audio video integration, something that you bring very close to us is also, like these kind of modular matrix. Basically, apart from design for video, there are a lot of audio enthusiasts out there that they love audio. They want to play everything from their hi-fi systems into home. So on these HDMI cards, what we do is we also offer audio embedding and de-embedding. So they can separate audio using like a Sonos system or anything out there in the market. So this will be compatible with it. And with the market expectation and outlook, I think where everything is going, like Internet of Things, using HDMI devices to kind of control and understand Android-based TVs, high-end media players. I think this will be a great product, a great fit for those users out there who wants to control, their switching and integration.
And when will this product be shipping?
This product, the Flex 12, is already out and it's shipping. The Flex MMX16, which is the 16 port, is basically going to be shipping next month.
Okay. So you'll be
Okay.
you'll be at CEDIA. Do you happen to know your booth number off the top of your head?
Yes, our booth number is 1919. Very easy to remember, or 1919.
Okay, perfect. Booth 1919, KanexPro, KenexPro.com. Check them out. Cash, thanks for joining me, and I wish you best of luck next month.
All right. Thanks. You too.
Thank you, and thanks for joining us. Thanks for watching this special version of my Daily Rants and rAVes, and we'll see you next month at CEDIA. And of course, you can see all of our coverage on the CEDIA show, which has already been launched at ravepubs.com/CEDIA2016. Thanks again. Have a great day.